What's going on, YouTube? This is Chevybrotha checking back in with you guys with another update video. First and foremost, before we get into F-bomb here, there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about here. I was just watching Street Dreams video. He said he's going to pull down his page and stop making videos. Street, if you're out there listening, hey man, screw them haters. Piss on them, man. Every time you're doing something good, you always going to have haters, man. Don't let that deter you from what you do, man. Keep doing you. Keep making your videos because I watch them, and I know a lot of other people watch them. I seen you had over 200 subscribers. Hey, man, don't cut your subscribers short because of some hater, man. Let that hater hate, man. That means you doing your thing. You doing it right. To anybody else out there, Chevy RC, I'm gonna give you a shout out too, because you're a young guy, you're trying to do your thing out there. But yeah, to all the rest of you young guys and everybody else out there, keep doing what you're doing. There's gonna be haters, there's gonna be crap talkers, it's gonna happen. Okay, this is a hobby here. Okay, this is the RC hobby that we all enjoy doing. People come from different walks of life, different financial backgrounds, and everything else. One guy might have more money than the other. That's fine. But you build your car the way you want it so you can have fun. This is the whole point for building these cars, okay? It's not to say, oh, my car is better than his, this guy is dumb because of it. No, that's not what it's about. This is all about fun, okay? Now, if you're not going to lift anybody up or try to, help another person out, then keep your comments to yourself. Negative comments and all of this back and forth and all this drama on YouTube, this is really getting to be ridiculous, okay? You have children on here that watch these videos. You have old elderly people. You have young guys, all different walks of life, okay? The vulgarity, the profanity, everything else, it needs to stop, guys, please. I mean, you're deterring other people from even getting into this hobby or even making a YouTube page because of all the drama on YouTube. So please, from Chevybrotha Outlaw RC, please stop the madness, okay? Just stop it. This is just a hobby. This is all this is just guys having fun with these RC cars that really aren't cheap. They cost a lot of money to build. They take a lot of time, a lot of research. People put a lot of time and money into these cars. This is not something you can just go to the store and just buy and you're running 100, 70, 80, 90 miles an hour. No, it takes a lot of research, a lot of math, a lot of money, a lot of time to build these cars. I'm never hating on anybody for what they do because, again, I'm a noob into this. Just a year ago, my truck was a piece of crap. I mean, you can see F-bomb's body over here. Okay, it's cracked up. I done had accidents, fires, everything else. But it's all part of the hobby. It's part of learning. Okay, you're not gonna just build a car today and do 150 miles an hour today. It all comes with time, practice, research. Testing and tuning different parts, different ideas, different setups, and everything else. Somebody might throw you an idea, like another RC group, like DMV Boys or anybody. I'm just, throwing out a name there for conversation's sake. But they might give you a couple tips and pointers. That doesn't mean they built your car. That doesn't mean they give you a gear ratio or anything. They're just giving you some tips to help you achieve speed like the rest of us. So with that being said, I'm going to get off my soapbox for now. But yes, please, guys, stop it, okay? We're all grown men here. Let's just all have a brotherhood for the hobby. Okay, now on the F-bomb. Now, what you guys are looking at, this is the Sunkissed body that was donated to me by Mr. Mimo12 a couple months back. Mimo, if you're watching, hey, man, thanks for the body. I'm still not, I haven't run it yet. Still a Shelf Queen, I'm sorry. I finally drilled some holes in it, but I still haven't mounted it to the car or ran it or anything. But, I just want to do something different, let you guys see the body on the car. So let's go ahead and pop the hood on F-bomb here, because we got some things that's a little different under the hood here. All right. We're under the hood of F-bomb. We'll go ahead and go to the front here. We went ahead and changed the shocks out. These shocks actually came from Atomic RC. I only paid, I think, $14 on eBay for them, shipped. They're aluminum. They're adjustable like the GTR shocks. But, I'm on a budget, so I got these shocks here to give them a test out to see how they run, how the car handles. So far, I'm pretty pleased with it. But if you look at my car, compared to the GTR shocks, the front end of my car is sitting up a little bit high. I already tried to drop it down a little bit. Because what you can do is use the limiters that come with the stock Traxxas shocks. I put those in there. It dropped it some because the front end of my car was sitting up just retardedly high like this. I put the spacers in it. It dropped it down some. I'm still experimenting with it because I just put these shocks on like 2 days ago and only had like one run with it with these shocks. So I'm still, trying to find some springs and ride height and all that good stuff. But really, I want the car to ride like this. So we're still, playing with that, getting that, all dialed in and tuned and whatnot. Another piece I wanted to show you guys was I have an aluminum bulkhead finally. Yes, guys. I was out, fooling around. I had some neighbors outside. They're like, man, your car's really fast. So I was out there showing off, and yeah, me being an idiot, I smacked into a parked car. Tore F-bomb up. It wasn't that bad. Um, you know, the stock shock that I had on the front here, it looked like a pretzel. It was bent up pretty bad. We also snapped one of my camber links back here. But we already went ahead and fixed that on up. So now F-bomb's back in business. Um, really haven't changed much on the truck. As you can see, these were the rear tires. They're pretty bald. Um, the tires on it now, they're bald. New tires are coming soon. In the next, I want to say next 2 weeks or so, F-bomb's going to have some new wheels. I'm not going to say what I'm putting on it yet. Stay tuned, you'll find out. Um, Still running the Castle 1415 motor. This is actually the Traxxas Funny Car motor. Still running my RPM transmission. Still running my GTR shocks. Still haven't changed the shock oil in there. Haven't cracked them open. Haven't done nothing. I took them out of the bag when I first bought them, maybe 6 months ago. Haven't done squat to them. All I did was I cracked one open to check the oil, make sure it was full, close them back up. That was it. I didn't do nothing to the shocks. Only thing I did was I changed the springs from the springs that came with it. I got 3 different rates of springs that came with this, so I've been playing with all 3 rates of springs back and forth to see what works and what don't. So I'm still, playing with that. These are the gray shocks here. As you can see, a little paint on there. The paint wore off on this one, but it's still on this one here. I've been running pretty good with these. Another thing too that'll help you dial in how your car hooks and how it handles. If you look at the 3 holes on the A-arms here, if you set it on that last hole and try to get your shock perpendicular straight up and down, it actually hooks better and you get less wheel hop when you punch it there. I mean, I'm running junky tires. Mine hooks okay sometimes, but it likes to slide and dance all over the street still because I'm pretty much on racing slicks, as you can well see. I got my suspension set up pretty good now because you can see the wear pattern on my tires. It's even straight across. Before, I was only wearing in the center or either wearing on this side. But if you go ahead and you adjust your camber links here, you can do it. I don't have the camber and toe gauges because you can buy them from companies like Energy, and it slips my mind, but I think RPM makes the tool too. I'm not sure. But I know for sure Energy makes the tool. It is not cheap. Again, I'm RCing on a budget, so what I did, I used a tape measure and a piece of string. You can do it, put a piece of cardboard down on your table, and basically you can use a level, a straight edge, and a piece of cardboard and align all 4 wheels and get them straight so your car will track straight. You really don't need those fancy alignment tools or anything like that. If you ever worked on a real car and know about toe, caster, and camber, boom. Piece of cake to do on an RC car. You don't need all the fancy tools. You can eyeball it. I mean, you can even do it with a real car if you know you can use a piece of string and a tape measure on a real one-to-one car and still set your toe angles and your camber angle. Caster, I don't think you can do that. I haven't tried it yet. I mean, I've been a mechanic for 20 years. I've never set caster and camber using that method. I've used that method to set the toe, and I can let go of the wheel at 100 miles an hour. The car goes straight as an arrow on a one-to-one car. This one, I did the same thing. This one tracks straight. As you can well see, my tires were perfectly fine. That's about it. Oh, also too, I wanted to share with you guys my battery. Here, let me get F-bomb out of the shot here. Okay. Now, as far as LiPo batteries are concerned, anytime you store your LiPo battery when you're not using it, it's best to get yourself one of these LiPo bags here. I picked this one up off of eBay for about $5. You could use an old Army ammunition can. Those work good too. Or anything that's metal and fireproof, you can use that. But I'm going to go ahead and pause you guys here, take the battery out of the bag, and show you what's going on. Alright guys, I'm back. This is my Duratrax Onyx 5000 3S 11 volt 5000 milliamp 25C battery that I've been running an F-bomb. I picked this battery up right around Christmas time, and I haven't really ran it that much, but look at it. This thing puffed up so bad I'm scared to charge it. I've been keeping it in my LiPo bag. because I don't know what happened. I mean, I've been checking my cells, I've been balance charging it and everything. I never run it under uh, 11.7 volts. I make sure, I get a decent charge on it and everything else, and never run it below, what it's supposed to be, the 3 volts per, I think it's 3 volts per cell, or 3.2. I'm not sure. I got to read and double check that. But I never ran it down pretty low. And one day I was out running, and, the more I run it, the more it swells. If you guys can see that. You see how fat that is? Here, let me see if I can zoom in here. Here you go. See how fat that is? I'm really scared to run this battery. I ran it the last time. Right now, the battery's at 10 volts. I mean, I won't even charge this thing. Look at it. It's swollen super fat. See that? I don't know if you guys can see here. Let me get my fat finger out of the way here. See if I can hold this thing up. Yeah, there you go. Side view. See how fat that thing is? I don't want this thing to catch my house on fire or burn down my truck or anything. So that's basically why I retired this battery. So I haven't been running F-bomb for about a week now. So, I got another battery on order. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is yet until I get it here and get it in the truck. Then I'll tell you guys what I got. Yeah, so that's why I've been basically just keeping this battery in the fireproof bag. I highly recommend when you dispose of these batteries, do not throw them in the trash, because you can't. Take them to like a Batteries Plus. If you have one in your town anywhere, take it to Batteries Plus and recycle this battery. Do not throw it in the trash. That's the bad thing to do. Recycle it. And that's all for now. Oh, also too, I wanted to show you guys what I did to the body for F-bomb. I'm going to pause you guys right quick, get this battery out of the shot, and then I'll show you what I did to the body. Hold on one second. Alright guys, I'm back. This is my run body that I have for F-bomb here. This is basically a stock Rustler body. All I did was I painted it up murder black. I also did, some modifications to it. If you look at the side, that's actually vinyl electrical tape on the back here. What I wanted to do is plug these holes off here, so that way I don't have any wind pushing on the back of the car. I wanted to be more, aerodynamic, so the wind just like scrapes over the top of the car. But I did a couple of roof slides. You can see here, I got some holes in the body already. But basically what I did was I took the electrical tape, I smoothed it all on the side, both sides. I did the hole here where the body mount goes. I did the front too, but it kind of flexes, so the tape comes off, and when I crashed, my old stock shocks popped, and yeah, the shock oil leaked on the tape and it's starting to lift, so I gotta fix that. Well, other than that, it works pretty good. I even plugged the antenna hole here. But this tape, I kind of use it for, instead of using a drywall tape method right now, because this is just a junky run body, I just put some electrical tape on it to keep the body from cracking and flexing under high speeds and whatnot. And so far, I've ran it a couple times like that. I've been pretty happy. The body doesn't flex as much, and it ran pretty good. So I'm just going to test that theory to see, at higher speeds, how good is it. Another upgrade I'm going to do on F-bomb in the next couple days. I actually ordered the parts. I'm just waiting on it to come. We're going Mod 1. I did order some Mod 1 gears for F-bomb. I have the spur already. I'm waiting on the pinion to come. Now, the only reason why I have to wait so long for the pinion to come, I actually found a company in Great Britain that makes a pinion gear for the 3mm shaft motor that I have, the 1415 funny car motor. You have to look very hard, but I found one. I couldn't find it anywhere in the United States. I had to go all the way to Great Britain, but I did find it, and it's taken forever for it to come. I ordered it a week ago and still don't have it. I should have it in the next 4 or 5 days, and I'll give you guys an update as soon as it comes in. But for the most part, the pinion gear is a HPI gear, but I'm not going to tell you guys what car it comes on or anything else. You have to do the research and figure that out for yourself. But I'll give you a hint. It is a HPI gear, and it does come in one of the HPI cars, the ready to runs, but you're not going to find it in the United States. You're going to have to go and actually order it from Great Britain. And that's all for now. Rate, comment, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And as always, keep RC and keep wrenching. Peace.